me properly?
Yes, I can hear. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Mahzabin from 𝐸𝐴𝐵 Education, and today we have a live session with University of Plymouth. And Wilma is here with us to cover all the things regarding this university, and we will be mainly focusing on September intake, September 2025. So the students who are still confused about September intake, that whether we can go or not, this session or these informations will be very much helpful for them, and this will be a very good opportunity for those students who are willingly go for the September intake. And EM Global Education Limited has three branches. Our main branches in Dhaka, Dhanmonti. Apart from this, we have two other branches in Sylhet and Bazar. So we have the students from all over Bangladesh. So those who are highly interested, just knock us, just visit our website and Facebook page. We are always here to help you. So Wilma, please introduce yourself with my audience, and we
Sure.
will go for the main part.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this session with the University of Plymouth. My name is Wilma, and I am the South Asia Regional Manager for the university. If you choose the University of Plymouth, I can assure you it'll be a choice you will never regret because we are one of the leading universities in the UK, but we're also a university that offers so much more in terms of just a degree. So, just to give you an idea, we are situated in the really beautiful, scenic southwest England. For those of you who like living by the ocean, by the sea, you would really like living in Plymouth. And it is a city that is very vibrant, it's a very student centric city, and it offers great value for money. So, the cost of living in Plymouth is really affordable, and at the same time it offers you a great quality of life. So while you are not spending too much money on accommodation or your daily expenses, at the same time you are really benefiting from studying in a city that offers you everything in a radius of 15 to 20 minutes. Now the university itself is a campus, city center campus university, so which means on a day to day you will not find yourself traveling really far away or using public transport to get to classes. All of our students either walk to class from their accommodation, or they may take a very very short bus ride if their accommodation is a bit of a distance from the main city center campus. Now the university is a post 92 university. We are in the top two young university rankings in the Times Higher Education rankings in the UK. And what's great about Plymouth is that it has very high subject rankings. So there are various areas that we're really, really strong in. So to give you an example, anything in marine, in maritime, shipping, business, and logistics is at the core of Plymouth. So we are a port city, so obviously our location is of great benefit to us. Um, Over that, we also have a lot of medicine and dentistry that we offer. We are a health hub. So the city of Plymouth and the neighboring areas sort of are like a healthcare hub for doctors, nurses, healthcare practitioners, physiotherapists, occupational therapists, even psychologists and other kind of allied health professions. Now, while we do the marine and the medicine and the dentistry, we also do a huge range of courses in business, in art and design. Some of you may want courses that offer internships and placements. So a lot of our courses have micro internships, which means if you're doing a postgraduate degree, you can do a very short internship during your program. And if you're doing an undergraduate degree, you can do an entire year in an industrial placement. That is optional. So definitely I think we are very career focused as well. So while we offer you great teaching, our teaching excellence framework ranking is gold. So we have a gold rating in the TEF. So you're getting a great degree, but you're also sort of familiarizing yourself with the UK employment sector very early on in your degree. So whether you choose to study an undergraduate degree, which is roughly about 4 years, if you do an integrated degree, 5 years, or if you choose to do a master's degree, which is usually 1 year, but it can range to 1.5 year if you choose to do a research based master's. So, whichever program you choose to do, you will definitely have employability and a career focus in that particular program. Now, I would like to mention a little bit about our scholarships as well, because we are a very rewarding university. In fact, this year we gave out a British Council Great Scholarship to Bangladesh student. So we also have the Vice Chancellor scholarships, which in fact have just, the deadline has just passed. So we will be announcing the results of that very soon. But for both undergraduate and postgraduate students, we have automatic scholarships, which means you do not have to make an application for it. So, just to give you an idea, if you are applying for an undergraduate program and if you have secured close to a first class, you will automatically get £3,500 off your tuition fee. Now, if you succeed in obtaining a good percentage in year one, you can get a recurring scholarship in year two as well. So, I think that's a great benefit to students who are studying a longer term program. For master students, we have a flat £4,000 scholarship for any offer holder. So you apply to us, get your offer, and you will automatically get £4,000 off your tuition fee. Now, for undergraduate, our fees range from 17,600 onwards up to 18,000. And for postgraduate, they start at £18,000 and go up to £20,000. But remember, your scholarships definitely make a difference in your overall fee. This year, we added the early bird discount as well. So, for students who pay their full fee before a particular deadline, so we have set the deadline to 1st of September this year. So, if you pay it before the 1st of September, you can get an additional £500 off on your tuition fee. So, like I said, great value for money for living in the city of Plymouth. It's a great teaching and learning experience at the university. It's a great career sort of familiarization experience as well for you when you study with us. We have a very robust career planning tool as well. It's called My Career. It's a portal that all of our students can get to use. And we have listed a database of all the companies that we work with subject wise. So, whichever subject you're interested in, so whether it is um, health sciences, whether it is art and design, whether it is business, or any of the science and tech courses, so cyber, artificial intelligence, robotics. So, as per each subject area and each subject school, we have divided our database basically of companies and the kind of roles that you can apply for. So, this is the wholesome offer that the University of Plymouth has to offer. And for South Asian students, it is a very friendly, very warm experience to live and study in Plymouth because the locals are also extremely friendly. Everybody is very helpful on campus. So, as an international student, you will definitely not experience culture shock like usually students used to experience years ago, because everyone is right there ready to help you right from your airport pickup. So when you arrive in September, we pick you up at the airport, bring you to your accommodation, right till the day you enroll, and then, of course, when you graduate as well. In fact, our career service offers their services to students even after they graduate. So rest assured, if you choose Plymouth, you are definitely making the right choice. We are still working on some more provisions to offer for South Asian students. For example, we are still working on our English waivers, and we hope to have some of them for next year. But for this year, we have lots of English tests that we accept. So, not just IELTS and PTE, but there are a range of other tests which give quicker results, which are not very expensive, and which are easy to do. So, definitely you can look up one of those tests and then think about coming to study with us for sure.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Wilma, for these exciting informations. Now you can tell us about something about the location, exact location of this university.
Sure.
As you know, that student has some fascination about London or Birmingham, Manchester. So tell us about something the location.
So Plymouth, well, first alert is that Plymouth is not in London, but we are roughly about 3 hours away from London. And trust me, 3 hours is not a very long distance. We've traveled back and forth from Plymouth to London several times. It's a very pleasant train journey, or if you'd like to travel by bus or coach, as they call it, that is also possible. We don't have an airport in Plymouth. It is a naval base, so it is the Royal Navy is based in Plymouth. So it's more of a port city. But there are airports in Bristol and Exeter, which are quite close to Plymouth, so you can definitely fly out of those airports as well. Now, when you arrive in London at Heathrow in September, you can take a straight coach to Plymouth from there, or you can choose the Heathrow Express. It's a very fast shuttle from the Heathrow terminals to London Paddington Station, and you can. It's available every 20 minutes, 25 minutes, so you don't have to book in advance. That's how all of us travel because we like traveling by train. So once you get to London Paddington, you can take any train to Plymouth. They have trains throughout the day. Now, from Plymouth, you can travel to all the major cities like Manchester, Birmingham, Newcastle, Leeds, all of them very easily. So that's not a problem at all. In fact, you can even travel to Europe, Ireland, to the US if you fly from one of the near airports to Plymouth. So again, accessibility is definitely not a problem. Once you reach Plymouth and once you've seen the waterfront side, you will forget all your worries and you will not worry about any distance or any travel related issues. Trust me.
Okay, all right. So the program you are offering is only undergraduate and masters, right? Is there any
And
foundation?
research. So there are two ways to do the foundation. We also offer some of our courses with foundation year, but we also have our partner, University of Plymouth International College, which is
All right.
run by Navitas, as you know. They are on the same campus, so the classes, everything is the same. Students get the same IDs. Everything is, the services are the same. It's just that they are in a different building. There are so they offer foundation, foundation plus. They offer integrated masters, pre-masters. So whichever the student chooses, whichever is more cost effective, the student can choose accordingly. But from my experience, a lot of students, I mean, right now we are accepting all 4 year degrees from all good institutions in Bangladesh. So a lot of the postgraduate students don't really need to do pre-masters or foundation. But
Yeah.
yes, undergraduate, you can definitely choose either to do the university one or the Navitas one. Both are available.
So in case of foundation, is there any bar or restrictions from Bangladesh in Sylhet region?
No, we have
No
no
restrictions.
restrictions at all. No, no.
Okay, that's great. So what about the entry requirement for UG and PG both?
Yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, for undergrad, usually after your pre university, students don't usually qualify to get into year one directly. So you would have to do either a foundation with our partner college, or you can choose any of our degrees which come with the foundation year. So, for example, we have like a mechanical BEng mechanical engineering with the foundation year. So we'll have some of our business courses with the foundation year. So those students can apply directly for that. For masters, it's more simple. We look for a 3 GPA and above from any good 4 year degree. Some courses definitely will require some additional requirements. So architecture and design, all of them will require a portfolio. So undergraduate courses, they will require a slightly less advanced portfolio, but for masters, they will require a proper professional portfolio. All our health courses, so physio, occupational therapy, all of them usually have interviews. So all master students who are applying for these advanced professional practice courses will have a mandatory interview, and that's just in the middle of the offer stage. So just before the offer is issued, they will have an interview for it. Some of our courses, for example, literature, digital marketing, some of them ask for evidence of work. So evidence of writing or evidence of work experience and so on. Some of our psychology courses may ask for a final year project in psychology for those who are applying for our master's courses. So, yes, it's not just academics anymore, it's always all of these other additional factors also. And then, of course, there's the English language as well. So, yeah.
Okay, all right. So, in case of English proficiency test, you are accepting IELTS, PT, and TOEFL. Apart from these three EPT, what are the other English proficiency tests that you are
Oh, there are
accepting?
many. We are accepting Duolingo. We are accepting Oxford ELLT. In fact, for Oxford ELLT, we are giving a discount to students if they apply using our code. So you can
Okay.
get I think you can get a 10 or 20% discount on the fee, and you can get results in 2 days. So that's really fast. We accept Password Plus. And there are more tests, so we have it's all on the web pages, and students can give anyone. Of course, right now, from experience, everybody is giving either Duolingo because of the quick results, or IELTS and PTE. We're seeing lesser TOEFL nowadays, but we accept it for sure.
Okay. And the requirements are so flexible actually, not so high.
Yes,
Right, yes,
yes,
and
yes,
Duolingo as well.
yeah,
So, what about the scholarship? Previously, you mentioned it already, but if you again please clarify the
yeah.
scholarship for UG and PG both.
Yeah. So for undergraduate, there are two. One is the Welcome to Plymouth Scholarship, which is a £1,500 straight discount on your fee for any offer holder at undergraduate level. Now, if you score even 1 or 2% or 1 or 2 GPA higher than your requirement, you get the 3,500 merit scholarship. That is also automatic. You don't have to apply. Admissions has a checklist, so they will, as soon as they evaluate your application initially, they will make a note of it. Now, remember, everything is on our portal now, so even the scholarships are on the application portal. So they're called funding applications. So usually, when a student gets your conditional offer, they will also get a funding offer. So they need to accept that for the scholarship to apply to their application. For postgrad, we have one straight flat £4,000 scholarship, which is given to any offer holder. So if you get an offer, you get the 4,000 directly. Again, it will come as a funding offer, and you just have to accept it when you accept your normal offer letter. We don't
Okay.
have
So, yeah.
scholarships for research masters yet, because the admissions process for research masters courses is slightly different, because they first need to contact their supervisor, and then sometimes some students are lucky enough to secure some funding, so which is why they do not fall into the category of scholarships. So that's
Okay.
what we have. Yeah.
So, supervisor recommendation is mandatory for master's
Resume.
research.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So on our website, just so that the students don't get confused, the MRes is still a taught masters. So in case if you want to take dependents, that's not the one you should be looking at. You should look at the RESM, the research masters, and we have quite a few of them, and they are all 1.5 year courses. It can be more depending on which course it is, and those can be applied for if you want to take dependents, basically.
Okay. So, if I talk about the undergraduate scholarship, then is it progression or not?
Yes, it's recurring. So if you secure 60%, you get 10% off. If you secure 70%, you get like a 20% off. So there is definitely a recurring scholarship. We only don't give scholarship in the final year, because usually students go on to, like I said, a placement year in year 3. And some of them may choose to go directly to final year, that's fine. But there is always that break in their academic sort of cycle. So a lot of them, if they do successful placements, they are able to pay for their own tuition fees in the final year. So I think that's a great benefit. So that's the only year that we don't offer any scholarship.
Okay, so the duration of undergraduate program, is it 3 years or 4 years?
It's 4 years with placement, 3 years without. And if it is an MEng program, then it is longer, then it's 5 years with placement and 4 years without.
So usually when we will talk with the students, so what about the duration of undergraduate program? It's 3 years normally, right?
So these students will do foundation, right? So they will do foundation plus three. So that's 4 years.
So that's 4 years. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So what about the accommodation inside campus?
Yes, so we have, so like all universities in the UK, we also have our halls of residence. We have six of them. Two of them are on the main campus, and four of them are just across the street. So again, it's not really far away. It's in some, we call it the student village because there are all kinds of student accommodation there. Now, these are halls of residence, and they start at about £100 a week, so up to like 400 a month. But we also have private student accommodation. In fact, that's a lot more popular because there are more options, more variety. You can share. On campus, you can't share. They're all single occupancy. So they're all dormitory style, single occupancy rooms. But off campus, private student accommodation is plenty, and usually students can book it as soon as they have a conditional firm offer. And they all have Facebook groups. So what we do is we usually tell students to connect with those groups basically just before they end up going there, and to see which is the best value for money and which has better options. Some of them are located very conveniently in the city center, close to the supermarkets, so it's very convenient for students. Some of them prefer a quiet place, so they will choose something that's a little further away, probably from the campus. But a lot of our postgraduate students opt for the off campus private student accommodation because they're really very cost effective. And then, of course, we have private rentals, so like housing, which is a different category altogether. They are obviously rented out by people who live in Plymouth, basically. So that's another option as well.
Okay, so you know that students actually looking for part-time job.
Yeah.
So what do you think that is it available in this location to get the part-time job for the student?
Yes, yes. Usually, if we think it's not available, we will be a little hesitant. But here, I have no problems in saying that we definitely have. So we have on-campus part-time jobs, and we have again private off-campus part-time jobs. Now, Plymouth. Remember that Plymouth is also a tourist hub. So along with being a health hub, a manufacturing hub, because it's a port city,
Yeah.
so a lot of industries are in Plymouth, but it's also a tourist destination. So definitely you will get a lot of students will get a lot of jobs in the summer months. Now on campus we have 5 to 6 different categories. So there are student ambassadors. They usually get paid the highest. And usually on campus part-time jobs will start at about 12, 13 pounds an hour, and go up depending on what kind of job the student is doing. So there are student ambassador jobs. Then there are we have two projects which is called Hello Buddies and Uni Buddy. So obviously students can become ambassadors that way as well. So it just involves a couple of hours of their day talking to new students, chatting online, answering queries, and all of that. Whenever we have events on campus, then these are the students that will actually go out and kind of do a lot of these events to welcome delegations or welcome some visitors. Then there are academically oriented part-time jobs. So these will be in a particular department or in a faculty, as an assistant, as a teaching assistant, as a volunteer. It could be anything, as a lab assistant. Some students find these more meaningful because it's related to the subject that they are studying. And then, of course, the final type of part-time work is with the students' union. So we have one of the largest students' unions in the UK, and they have lots of clubs and societies. In fact, we have over 100 clubs and societies in the students' union now. So that's a great source of part-time work for students. So again, you will be on campus, so you don't need to leave the campus to go and find work. Now, for those who want to opt for city center jobs, like in the commercial hub, then those are also available, and you can sign up for them either via the careers team, the careers office in the library, or you can sign up in the students union. Now, one great thing about our career team and for part-time jobs also is that on Instagram, on our Instagram career page, is called Plym Careers. Every 3 days or 4 days, we put out top 10 vacancies. Now, these are also available on our career portal, which all the students can sign up for. But they're also available every third or fourth day on the Instagram account. So automatically, you can see what are the top 10 part-time jobs, vacancies, graduate jobs, placements. So I think it's a great option that we are giving students in terms of part-time work as well.
Okay, that's great. That's a great opportunity for the students actually. So, what about the employability rate after completing their masters or graduation? Then, what are the options that student
Yeah.
can get?
So, as per the graduate outcome survey, our employability is right now at 95%, which means 95% of our students are either working or studying a further degree in the 15 months that they graduate with us. Now, obviously, everybody is aware of the graduate route as well. But our aim at the university is for students to be able to secure that job within the student visa time frame. So, which is why we have the undergraduate placement option. And for postgraduate, some of our master's courses offer a short placement duration as well. For example, the MSc IB, International Business, comes with a 35 to 36 week placement option. So, definitely, the aim for our students is to be able to use all our tools that I just mentioned over the past couple of minutes and to basically secure maximum callbacks for interviews before they've graduated, basically. So, yeah.
Okay, so what type of actually not I will not say study gap. So job experience for masters you are accepting and study break for UG courses.
So, for undergraduate, it's a bit stricter than postgraduate. So, ideally, for undergraduate, the gap between your pre university studies and your application to us technically should not be more than, a year or two. If it's more than 3 to 4 years, then they will definitely inquire what you've been doing. If you have work experience to show as evidence, then that's
Mhm.
fine.
Okay, okay.
For postgraduate, we're quite flexible. So we've accepted students who've not studied for over like 6, 7 years as well. So that's fine.
Okay, that's good. So I think you cover up all the things that students require. So we have our audience with us now. Can we take some questions from the audience?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, all right. So let's have a look. How are the precast interviews conducted?
So we have a credibility team in-house, which is in the UKVI compliance team. All students don't get credibility interviews, that's for sure. We have something called the personal statement supplement. It is a document that is in all our conditional offers usually. And either that or the precast questionnaire. There are two documents in which will come in your task basically on the portal. Depending on that, we will do interviews. So if there's nothing to question you or nothing that we need any further clarification about, then we go straight to precast, straight to gas. But if there is something in terms of like study gaps, or if there's something that we would like to ask you about a previous refusal, like a visa refusal, these are the kind of cases that usually get called for a credibility interview. And it happens simultaneously. So you can request your CAS and you can be called for your credibility interview at the same time. So it's very normal. and so then that's how we do it. But it's not compulsory for everyone. It's on an ad hoc basis, and they ask you questions that are very. I mean, usually everybody knows what kind of questions they will be asked nowadays. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. The next
Oh, and they are on Zoom. Sorry, I forgot to mention that they're online. So you in the portal, they will be given a link to join the meeting basically. So
okay, all right.
the minimum deposit for cash is 3,500. Sorry, I didn't mention it before, but it's 3,500 pounds.
Is there any enrollment payment apart from this 3,500?
No, so I mentioned the early bird discount. So if you pay your
Mhm.
full fees before 1st of September, you get an
Okay.
extra 500 discount on your tuition fee.
Fine. Do you accept polytechnic background students?
It depends on which institution you've studied, but my short answer will be you will still need to do either a pre-masters or a foundation, depending on what level you are applying for.
Okay. What next?
So September is the current intake that we are all heading towards. After
Yeah.
that, we will have the January intake, but the January intake is open to a short selection of courses, roughly about 20 to 25 courses only, which will be a mix of business, science and technology, and maybe one or two health programs and education. So, yeah, short courses, but in Jan is a
Mhm.
shorter intake basically.
All
IELTS
right. So,
requirement for the LLM. It's
LLM.
6.5. Yeah, 6.5 overall. No less than 5.5 in each band.
Okay, all right. Same question. Do you accept
Same person. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, same. 6.5. Yeah, 6.5.
5.5?
All masters require 6.5. If it's English language, like English literature, or if it's biomedical science or nursing, some of the health courses, they require a 7. But otherwise, it's 6.5.
On that particular courses, it's 7, 6. I mean, no one less than 6, right?
If they require overall 7, then yeah, no band less than 6.
Hmm. Yes. Right.
Does the
Okay.
university offer scholarships based on specific subjects? Oh, no, not really. We have a standard international scholarship, and every year we have some British Council scholarships. So for this year, but for Bangladesh, it was all subjects. For example, for India, we had only justice and law. But the university itself does not have subject scholarships.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, we do
Do
accept. Yeah. Oh, no internal test yet, but we are working on the IELTS waiver. I can say that for sure. So maybe for Jan intake, we will have some good news. Let's see.
okay. All right. Does the university offer courses with
Yeah.
placement years?
Yeah. So as I said, most of our undergraduate courses will have the third year as an optional placement year. The postgraduate, there are few of them, not all of them. So mostly in the School of Geography, Earth and Environmental Sciences, they have courses with placements, and the MSc IB International Business course comes with a placement here.
All right. Okay.
Will
Will
you
you
offer
offer MRES for
MRes?
Jan intake?
Unfortunately, not. MRes mostly is September. But I think the question is technically for a ResM because most of the students think that the MRes is the research masters. It's not. But if you're applying for ResM, yes, we have 3 intakes. So October, and then Jan, Feb, and then another intake. So that for ResMs we have.
Okay. So I think this is our
GA.
last question.
For what is GA
GA,
position?
is it graduate assistantship or something like that?
Oh, maybe. No, but we don't have any tuition fee waivers for that. Sorry.
Okay, so I have one more queries. That is there any restrictions of what I wanted to say? I forget actually. Okay, news. Oh yeah, bank statement. So is it 28 days mature, or is there any
Yeah.
extension to bank
So,
statement?
if you, of course, now we are already in July. So, if you apply now, then, and if you get a UKVI financial check condition in your portal, then yes, they will ask you for anything. So, bank statements, whatever evidence you plan to show for your visa, basically, that's the exact thing that they will ask you to show. And in fact, it's great because they're just helping you consolidate your financial evidence. So if there's something missing, they will tell you that you cannot submit this for your visa. So yeah, 28 days at this point of time. Yes, some students who apply to us early in the year, like April, May, for them we don't ask for the 28-day statements because they still have a lot of time. So
Oh,
yeah.
all right. Okay, Ulma, thank you so much for your so much information, and I think students will be very helpful throughout this information. And again, I must say that the students who are willingly planning to go for the September intake, that University of Plymouth is a very very good opportunity for them.
Yeah.
So if you want to study in this university, just contact PTM Global Education.
Yes.
So this is all
Thank you,
for today.
everyone.
Thank you so much. Bye bye. Have
Thank
a nice
you.
day.
Bye bye.
Bye.